What's up, y'all, and welcome to episode 47 of Steak and Eggs. I'm Emmy, and I'm here with Techie and Asmon, and we're doing what we always do, just hanging out recording on a Monday afternoon.
Bro, it smells like ass in here.
Dude, it is so hot.
It is hot and it smells
How
like
is
shit.
it so warm in February in Texas? It's actually fucking disgusting.
It's that global warming shit. I told you it was real.
Hell no.
Dude, it's only 80 degrees outside and it's like 90,000 in here, bro. We're fucked.
Really?
We're so fucked.
This doesn't bother me at all. That's
It's because you have your scales.
Oh yeah, true. Well, I've removed the stacks. I don't do that anymore.
You don't have Earth Shield anymore?
No, I don't. I've been changing it.
What do you mean by remove the stacks?
I took a shower. That means I have to take a shower. It takes me almost like an hour to clean myself.
When'd you, that's so gross.
Yeah.
When did you take it?
Yesterday.
You look really good.
I know.
What kind of soap did you use?
What?
What kind of soap did you use?
I don't.
Okay, then it's not a shower.
Well, it is. What do you mean? How's it not a shower?
Then how does it how did it take an hour if you're not using soap? What the fuck were you doing?
Do you want the answer?
Yeah, he's gonna scrape and lick like Dracula.
Well, I was asking about the soap because there's some kinds of body soap that don't actually clean you, and I was like, oh, well, maybe he's using the wrong kind of soap, but he just doesn't use soap at all.
Oh, fun fact, I got this new water. It's for people with autism.
What?
How do you know that? It's got a fidget spinner on the top?
No,
oh, he brought it for me. That's so nice.
Is he doing a collaboration with Rick and Morty?
No, I was researching it, and apparently it's really good for people with autism, and I've been drinking it. I'll say it, man, I like it.
Nah, why is it good for people with autism?
Because apparently it's got like minerals that like helps anxiety or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, they got all the good shit.
What does that have to do with autism?
I don't know.
It just sets their head straight.
Yeah, I don't know. The
Quit
internet.
them doing that dumb shit. Is that right?
Yeah, I saw a Reddit article.
That's got to be like a scam or a hate crime or something.
I feel like 95% of people that have autism have decided that they have autism. You know, like they've decided that, like,
Why are you
hey.
looking at me?
Oh, I'm just wondering, what's your thoughts?
Well, yeah. It's like, well, I mean, really, most people self-diagnose. Is this unreasonable to say?
I mean, I feel like self-diagnosers, you know, it's real. Not to take away anything from anybody.
But
so you're autistic. Is that what you're saying? So
I never
which quiz
said.
did you take?
No,
that told
I never
you that you were
said
autistic?
I was autistic. It was a joke. I just think I probably am on the spectrum somewhere, but I never said that I have autism.
Yeah, you're very on the spectrum. Like, oh, way up there.
Okay, well, I might offended again.
Yeah, but I wouldn't trust anybody self-diagnosing themselves with autism because they're autistic.
The one I see the most is ADHD that people self-diagnose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last time I self-diagnosed myself, I had cancer.
What was the verdict?
I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I have cancer every other week.
Yeah.
You get that shit too? Or no?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's yours? Which cancer?
All of them.
Oh, okay. I always think I have
depends
lung
on the
cancer.
hour of the day. If I have a headache, it's brain cancer. Stomach ache, it's stomach cancer. You know, like anything like that. There's like a cut on my arm, must be skin cancer.
It's gotta be.
It's real simple.
Some kind of cancer. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It's just self-diagnose that. Look it up on the internet, and it'll just tell you exactly what you need to know.
So let's just address the elephant in the room, man.
Which one?
I think being a streamer is the hardest job on the planet.
You think so?
That's what Hassan said.
Okay, I only saw like one 20-second clip. What is the full context of this drama?
So the context is like Hassan was saying that like he felt like really drained after streaming.
Okay.
And he said he felt more drained after streaming than working at his sales job that he'd worked at before then.
So he didn't say that it was harder than the sales job.
Well, I mean, I think that he did say that it was harder, but like actually I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure like harder is like it's an abstract term. But like he was just saying, like his experience working in sales was less socially draining than being a streamer.
So this is the whole. I've been talking about this for 2.5 hours today.
Oh,
this is the whole context, and the important is to understand that the whole context isn't the whole context or the full context the internet has. To the internet is a 20-second clip saying that streaming is the most soul-sucking job that there is on Earth.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
The full context is that he actually meant socially draining. It's as socially draining as like a social job, like retail or like giving presentations, which I don't really think is that bad. And then they're mad at Asmon because he said, I agree, a social job drains you socially. I don't really think it's that crazy, me personally. And then I asked everybody, I was told I'm missing the point. And then I saw their point, and it was completely not the point. And then it was, in fact,
the point is that people are mad that streamers complain about their job because streamers make a lot of money. There's actually no logic or thinking involved in this.
I mean, it is true probably that almost anyone would choose to be a streamer over working a retail job.
So here's why I think that take is horrible. Because I've heard that all day. Oh, I would much rather choose to be a streamer than work my 9 to 5.
I would choose to be a streamer over working 9 to 5.
Okay. No, you wouldn't. Because what they're meaning to say is they would like to choose to be a streamer in the top 0.01%.
That's true.
Yes, because if you want to be a streamer, then press go live. Boom. What they mean to say is, I wish I could play video games and talk for thousands of dollars, but that's not what every streamer does. That's only the top 0.01%. And the other 99.99% are just wasting their lives, not getting educated, chasing a dream that'll never happen, and completely wasting their fucking time.
Give up, guys. Give up.
Straight up, give up. Give up. I highly recommend when people go to stream to not just, these people are insane. They go live, they have no backup plan, they stream for 12 hours, and they do it for like 4 years, and then nothing happens, and now they're on a 3-year gap.
Well, then they start viewbotting.
100%.
I saw that.
Yeah. But I think the good strat is stream for 4 hours a day if you'd like, but also work on your education and have a backup job, and don't make streaming your #1 goal and your only plan in life and completely fuck over your life, because I see people do it time and time again. And unfortunately, everybody needs to realize there's a huge luck aspect to this, which is why I love talking about streaming and getting into it and the sustainability of it, because people all in way too quick and they completely fuck themselves because, whoa, fucking Queso did it. Well, Jinxie streamed to nobody for 2 years and he's the biggest streamer on the platform.
Yeah.
You need to have a backup plan.
Yeah. I mean, I think the point is just that a lot of people want to be streamers, and that it, like, when you are a big streamer, like, yes, you are making a lot of money, and there are parts of it that are hard, but I really don't think any streamer would choose to not be a streamer and go work a 9 to 5. Like, say, like, I don't know, like a billionaire, like Elon Musk, like, imagine he went out and was like, yeah, this job is so soul-sucking, I hate it. Like, comparing it to like a 9 to 5, people would be like pissed. Like, I'm sure his job is hard and stressful, but it's like people don't really care to hear him complain.
Nobody cares about the complaints of people that are in a better position than themselves.
I agree.
So it's like, if there's a girl that's complaining about getting stalked, guys will be like, well, you do OnlyFans, you get what you fucking deserve. That's how it is. And that's the way it is. And so bad things happen to people, and if you think that person is in a better position than you are, you view this as some sort of divine or cosmic justice. And I get it. I totally understand it. And I would rather be a streamer than working a 9 to 5 too. Absolutely. It doesn't mean every single thing about being a streamer is good. There are bad things about every job. And if you say that there are some bad things about a certain job, then that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the perfect job. And it doesn't mean it's the hardest job. It just means that there are certain things about a certain job that make it difficult.
So here's my question.
Yeah.
Because I'm genuinely curious with this. So people, like, I mean, and I think it's a perfectly rational question, 100%. You wouldn't choose another job over streaming. Totally fair. What I am curious is, people say you stream and now you're a millionaire. So let's say a streamer makes $1 million.
Yeah.
Would you choose any other job if it paid the same as $1 million on Twitch? So, like, for example, would you be a star? What would you prefer? Being a streamer for $1 million or being a Starbucks barista for $1 million?
I would still rather be a streamer.
Is there any other job on earth you would prefer for $1 million?
I really liked working at the IRS, and I think there would be days that I would probably rather work there than go to stream. Yeah, I really enjoyed that, assuming I would get paid the same amount of money.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, there are other things that I might enjoy too, depending on like what they are.
Yeah.
An everyday thing, it's kind of hard to say because streaming fulfills a number of other like kind of intrinsic qualities where it's like, it gives me a platform to create things. It gives me a platform to like kind of express myself. And so like that has its own value intrinsically with streaming that, you know, maybe a 9 to 5 wouldn't necessarily have. And some of them do, some don't, right? It just depends on what the job is. So yeah, I mean, it depends.
I am fully aware what's happening right now is going to set forth a movement in the comment section. There are going to be people who are going to completely ignore all rationale for what we're saying, which is totally fine.
Because they're mad. This is the reason why. Because they just get mad. They get mad because they're like a streamer's complaining about their life. I want to be a streamer. If I was them, I was happy. I would be happy. So fuck them for not being happy. It's just that simple.
I will say, I love my life. I do. I love my streaming. I love my content. I love it. I have zero complaints at all. And for anybody who is mad, I'll let you know in advance. If you want to see your hate comments read, we'll read them next Patreon at steakandeggs.com.
Yep.
Patreon.
That's right, guys. Tune in.
It's in the pinned comment. I can already see there being a shitstorm over this.
If people are unhappy about that, I mean, again, saying that there are negatives about your job is very reasonable. I think there's negatives and positives about every single job.
I think that they just have the conception that some streamers think that their job is harder than a 9-to-5.
I think what they're trying...
I've never heard any streamer say that.
Yeah, I don't think any streamer has ever said that either.
Yeah,
there might have been.
They'll complain about things about stream, but they won't be like, "Oh, I'm my life's so much harder than everyone else's." I've never. Well, actually, I have heard that a couple times from streamers.
Who? Name drop.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. You don't understand. Do you know how hard it is going live and dying 30 times to millennia? It's just, you wages just don't get it, man. You wages don't get it. Now, I will say, I would love to be a person who works in animal shelters for $1 million. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just take care of little animals, make them feel better, give them a cast, see them die every now and then, put them in an urn. That'd be cool. But yeah, I'm happy with my streaming job. I hope you guys are as well. Do you think your life is hard?
There are aspects of my life that are problematic. Like, for example, if my dad gets sick or something like that, he relies on me completely. Yeah. And so, and obviously I could hire somebody to help out with that, but he doesn't really want that. So that makes my life harder. There are things in my life that are challenging. That's just the way it is. Yeah. As with anybody's life. It's not like I'm not upset about this or angry about it or anything like that. That's just life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the only thing that I find difficult about streaming is finding a balance and knowing that no matter what it is that I'm doing, at a point, I will be thinking about my career pretty much nonstop, even when I'm offline.
Yeah, but that's a problem that a lot of people have.
Yeah.
No matter what they're doing.
It also really sucks when I'm like, oh, this would be a really good stream idea rather than this would be a really fun hangout idea, which I really don't like.
Yeah, I think like probably 99% of the problems that streamers have with streaming are social ones, like kind of what Hassan was saying. Like for him, it's very socially draining. For a lot of streamers, like they might have, I've heard some streamers, they have problems like, oh, I don't know who my real friends are because they might be trying to use me or whatever, or like I feel like I have no privacy, like social things like that. But besides that, I can't really think of things that I hear from a lot of different streamers that are negative.
Yeah.
That's basically it. Those are the negatives. And they can be very pronounced, right? It's like people get swatted, right? That's kind of a bad thing. And so
it's kind of bad.
Yeah, that's bad. And so like different things like stalkers, stuff like this. And you know, it's like there are always going to be negatives with every job. And so like at the end of the day, I totally get, and this is what I've told people before is like, I'll tell people like, hey, this is what's going on with me personally. Like this is, you know, like I've had this issue or whatever. But I'll talk about it for maybe 5 or 10 minutes and then I just move on because nobody wants to hear, you know, you don't want to go to Walmart and hear some person complaining about how bad Walmart is. You don't want to go and, you know, go get your hair cut and have the person talk about how annoying cutting hair is. So like, no, really, you think about it, right?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear somebody complain about their fucking job. Just shut up and do the thing, you monkey. Right? Yep. And it doesn't matter whether you're cooking food. It doesn't matter whether you're delivering things. It doesn't matter whether you're driving a car or streaming. Shut up and dance, monkey.
Yep.
That's it. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. People might pretend to care, but they don't really care. It's just always people trying to make themselves feel good.
I agree.
That's it.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Okay, this is my 5th take doing this goddamn ad because I keep on being told what I can or cannot say. Do you like unfiltered content? Do you like me being able to be 100% at all times possible? Then check out our Patreon. There are tons of episodes that you can go check out. Me, Emmy, Asmon saying the most out-of-pocket shit that you have ever seen. I shit you not. If you watch the episode where me and Hassan and Will, we talk about like
how good Yoda is at giving head for like 15 minutes. So like if you want some insane out-of-pocket shit, just check out the Patreon. We rarely ever plug the damn thing, but it's really good. It's called Steak and Eggs Overcooked, and I think you guys would really enjoy it. And I finally have the freedom to say everything that I want to say. Check out the Patreon. Appreciate you guys, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
So, speaking of shut the fuck up and do your job,
Yeah.
we're all been following the Nijisanji shit, surely.
True.
Okay, you aware of Uki?
Which one is that?
I was about to say.
Uki is the male with purple hair.
Which one is that?
Okay, Nijisanji, Uki. Fuck, oh man. So you know when people have out of context clips, they're like 20
Is
seconds.
he the racist one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I know this guy.
Oh, man.
Dude, I wish I could have a conversation with him off stream because this dude is only showing this much of his
Wait,
power level.
what did he say?
Okay, so there's a 5-minute compilation of like 30 to 32 different clips of him just loathing white people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And even
no.
small, and I'm not kidding you, like small things. Like there are some who are like, oh yeah, white people, right? Or, oh man, I hate when white people do this, but also like, yeah, I was walking around and these two white people looked at me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what
Why
the
would you
fuck?
do that? Yeah.
He lives in Japan?
I think he's like Korean. Somebody says Korean.
Who fucking knows? The point is, wherever he's at, clearly he doesn't want white people there.
I really wish I could have a conversation with this dude off stream because that if somebody is that fucking racist, do you really think it stops at white people?
This is interesting to me because
think about all of the other racist shit he would say off stream.
Yeah, dude, it's interesting because I feel like in America, you hear a lot of people be like, oh yeah, in Asia, they like worship white people. They like want to look like white people. They're like obsessed with white people. And I'm like, really? You really think that? Because like I spent some time growing up in like Southeast East Asia, Singapore, and there's a lot of people there that do not like white people. Even like Japan and Korea, there's a lot of xenophobia.
Yeah, I've never even heard that idea.
Of course there's xenophobic.
Yeah.
Of course, it's the same as here. There's a lot of people who don't like Asian people. They don't like Indians.
Yeah.
They don't like black people. They don't like Mexicans. Like, that's the way it is. Well, there's a lot of people that are fucking racist. Now, it's okay to be racist to white people socially, right? It's in terms of a tier list. Like, I would say, like...
Would you agree or disagree with that take? Would you agree that it is okay to be racist to white people?
I don't agree that it's okay, but I agree that people find it more socially acceptable.
Of course
Absolutely.
it is. It's absolutely socially acceptable. That's why people can... actually, I won't do that one because we could get in trouble. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's why you can say cracker, but you can't say the N-word.
True. That's very true.
There is a tier list for it, and everybody knows it.
Yep.
And so the reality here is that that's the one that he's able to be racist about, and it's okay.
I'm glad you said that. I said the exact same thing on my stream this morning.
I bet that if you got this guy off stream and you got him talking about like Indians, black people, Mexicans, South Americans,
Oh yeah,
he would have the crazy
a
opinions.
lot of
and it'd
Asia
probably
is
be worse.
very xenophobic and
Of course.
I guess like colorist is the word. Like I don't even know if I should like say all those
it's
things.
like the white and the dark skin.
Yeah, like light-skinned Asians, dark-skinned Asians. Like not everywhere you go, but I mean, I've even seen like videos of like people in China. Like, I mean, this isn't like a normal guy. This is like an insane guy. He was at an airport just like screaming like white pigs go home in Mandarin.
What the fuck?
And also my grandparents, they didn't want, so I'm half white, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want my mom to marry my dad, but I wouldn't say that they're like racist people. It's just that culturally over there, all that they know about white men is from movies and like what other people say. So all they were like, oh, white men, they like beat their wives, they divorce them and stuff. So they were like, oh, we don't want you to like get hurt. But I mean, my dad's a really sweet, great guy. They've been together ever since before I was born.
So
like never seen them fight.
I was at a bank once. This is not just with Asian people. Black people do this too. And I was at a bank once, and there was a lady, and she was going around, and she was really upset. She said, do you see what they're doing here? Do you see who's working here? And people are like, what do you mean? They have black people working here.
Wait, how old was she, do you think?
50 to 60. And so she was losing her fucking mind. She was like, oh my God, like what's going on? And then finally she got to talk to the manager. And she's explaining to me, she's like, you don't understand. Look who's at the teller
That's
right now.
a bit young to be that
insane.
racist.
Yeah, that's insane.
And she's like, she's very upset about this. And then finally, she's like, they've got black people walking here. And then finally, she leaves. And everybody looks at each other and they're like,
So this is Texas, right?
this is
She's
Texas.
just never been outside before? Like,
She was black. No,
she was black?
she was black.
What?
Yep. But
mean,
her skin was lighter,
That has
and
to be
that's
like,
different.
that has to be like mental illness or something,
It definitely was.
right? Okay.
Absolutely. There are a lot of people, I've noticed this, there are a lot of people who are extremely racist. The people that are extremely racist and mental illness, you do a Venn diagram and there's a little bit of an overlap there.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So here's how the Nijisanji situation gets more interesting involving Uki.
Oh, really?
So he had the whole 5-minute out of in my opinion, in context clips of him absolutely just shitting on white people, which, by the way,
imagine a podcast with him and Bruce.
that would be crazy. Yeah, so Aethel and Yanners dunk on him really hard. I'm not sure if you've seen that clip.
I haven't seen it.
You should check it out later. Really good. I fucking love those guys. But here's the crazy thing, and this is why people are not happy with Nijisanji again. Surprise, surprise. So there's another VTuber called Kyo Kaneki. And he made just a mere, he noticed that, I think it's like, which is the good Korea?
South Korea.
South Korea.
Yeah.
And he said that people would go to South Korea because they're very good at like plastic surgery.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Yeah, there was that clip, and Nijisanji reprimanded him and punished him very severely.
We don't know that, but it's implied.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then for the Uki shit, for him completely obliterating white people, do you know what the punishment was?
It wasn't. Nothing happened.
Yep,
Yeah.
and people are not happy about that.
Well, of course, right?
Yep.
Well, that's because it's more, and also they have a larger Asian audience.
Yep.
And so they care more about that. And also, it's just people took it out of context. And if you apologize for stuff like that, you'll never be done apologizing. People always want you to apologize.
Now, here's where it gets even crazier, Emmy.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, I was put on a we need to kill this guy list when I talked about Yunjin singing from Genshin Impact. First time
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was a song written about it, 2.3 million views, 72,000 likes about coming to my house and killing me. On another list. Me and Asmon are both on a list. A hit list.
Oh, wow.
You have a hit list
Cool.
for people they need to take care of for speaking against Nijisanji.
Oh, yeah. People are very unhappy about this.
Yep.
I think it's hilarious.
Oh, it's insane.
I do. It's just, I wonder how that org is going to do. Because it's just like, I don't see them ever really recovering from something like this. Like, even in 2 years, people are going to be spamming them and shitting on them for this.
I genuinely think it'll be over in 72 hours and people will just say, oh my God, I'm so sorry you had to go through this, and focus on the VTubers that they're incredibly parasocial with and say that they don't want to shit talk Nijisanji because it's hurting their favorite VTubers' feelings, and they'll spam them with super chats.
Oh, maybe. I think that could happen with some of them. But I feel like in terms of the org itself, it will definitely take a reputational hit.
I thought that it was their own fans that were upset, like about the girl that was hospitalized.
Doki Bird.
But I think it's become mainstream enough to where it's not just the hardcore fan base. I feel like as the
yeah, of course.
Yeah, as the hardcore fan base.
I thought it was their own fan base as well.
Yeah, I think a part for sure, but yeah, I just don't know, man. People just really, I think they'll let go. We'll see how it goes. I don't see anything serious happening. I hope that something serious happens, but I'm very pessimistic when it comes to that. I've seen too many people get away with too much shit.
I think the VTuber orgs are massively parasitic. I think they exert a level of control over the content creators that is unhealthy, unfair, and not right. Now, obviously, people shouldn't sign contracts. However, the contracts are extremely predatory and exploitative. These people do not even own their own existence.
Yep.
It is crazy how bad it is.
And they lose so much money from their donations, their chats, their merch sales. Like,
oh, wait, they get a percent of everything?
Yes.
Their orgs?
Yes. They take
own
fucking
you.
everything. Yes, it's insane.
I mean, they literally own you.
Yes.
Like, it's not, that's why, for example, whenever Selin left Nijisanji, it's not like she took the avatar with her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they own her.
I like Doki's new model. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
Looks really, really, really good.
Great.
But yeah, it's essentially like, if you want to imagine what a VTuber org is like, it's essentially like, imagine a farm with a herd of cattle all packed into a very tight spot. And
But they're anime cattle.
they're anime cattle. And when you
That's so
squeeze
sad.
their udders, it's not milk, it's super chats and donos. So yeah, it's wild.
Do you guys know much about the streaming industry in East Asia? Have you heard of like streamer mills and stuff?
Oh, where they have them in the little boxes?
Yeah, they have them in
I know about
in
it.
warehouses. All these girls like streaming on like Douyin or whatever.
With the little ring light, and then they're streaming, and the one that
I've
gets
watched
popular.
some YouTube documentaries, but I don't know like how true these are, or if it's like exaggerated for like content. Like they'll find these women, like a lot of them are like, you know, like they can't get a job, or they're like young single mothers, and be like, oh yeah, just stream and you'll make money. And then they're basically like pimping them out like on stream. Like it's the same thing.
That's
where like
literally
they
what
like
they're doing.
own their
Yeah, I've
IP.
never seen this.
Yeah, I don't know like
should look into that.
I don't know how widespread this is though, but I've seen YouTube documentaries. I was just wondering if you guys knew more
it's a
about
good
it.
idea, right?
I
mean,
guess.
well, yeah, it's like if you've got a lot of money, you've got a warehouse, and like you can just get these people to come in and make you money. It's like all you have to do is just go collect them and bring them in.
There's guys in America that do that with OnlyFans models. Like a lot of them are like bigger influencers. They'll like find OnlyFans girls and like manage them, which basically
know
means
that.
they'll like take a % of their earnings in exchange for promoting them and like running their shit.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. They
modern
make a lot of
pimping.
money too. I thought about doing it.
Yeah, I don't think that is that bad?
What?
What do you think about that? Do you think that's ethical, or do you think that's unethical? In your opinion, Abby, not Asmon's.
I think that
I know what you're gonna say.
I find it odd, but I mean, is it really different than like, say, like someone joining an org and the org like promotes their stream? As long as it's not like, you know, they're like controlling the girls' lives. If it's like a mutual benefit, then why not? I just feel I feel like there's room for exploitation, right?
100%.
And the idea is weird, but I mean, like when you think about it, it's like, why not, I guess? But
I agree. I think because it involves sex, people will make it weird. But I think there is an ethical way to do it, where it's like, as long as the girls are doing only things they're comfortable with, and the guy isn't being like, yeah, suck this dude's dick, fuck that guy, record that shit.
Yeah. As a girl, I find it weird. But if another girl wants to do that, you know, that's their choice.
Very cool.
I think
that's what you think.
Yeah, right. I think it depends on what happens. Like, it's like, I'm sure that there are some of them that are massively exploitative, and I think there's other ones that are totally like ethical, and it's not really a problem.
Yeah, I mean, there's also exploitative orgs that like not a lot of viewers, not a lot of viewers are aware of that. But there's some very, I would say, bad. Like, there's been a lot of smaller streamers that'll talk to me about certain orgs, be like, hey, this org approached me about signing with them, and they'll be like a 1 to 2K viewer streamer, and I'll be like, it is not worth it for you. Like you will end up losing money if you sign with them.
I mean, it depends on what they want you to do, but yeah, in a lot of cases, because they'll just want to own all the advertisements and everything that you can do, your sponsors, everything like that.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, anyone who wants to sign a creator, whether it's like a streamer or an OnlyFans girl, their goal is to make money for themselves.
True.
So naturally, a lot of them won't have that person's best interest in mind. So, I mean, that's just something to keep in mind for
their best
a lot of
interest
those
is
creators.
second.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. It's not that they don't care about them, it's that they care about themselves more. And so if it's going to come down to me making money or them making money, it's going to be me, right? That's their perspective.
Yeah. I will say, to have the back of some orgs, I don't want anybody walking away from this podcast thinking all orgs are evil. I mean, a lot of them are, sure, but I mean, I was approached by...
I would say, I mean, maybe this is a bold take.
Go ahead.
I would say like 80% of content creator orgs are not that good for the people that sign with them.
I would agree.
Or not good for the content creators.
Yeah, I would agree 100%. But I was approached by 2 orgs before OTK, and they offered me pretty fair deals. They were just like, we'll give you this amount of money every month. Just say you're a part of this org. You don't have to do anything. And I'm like, oh, that sounds really cool, but I don't give a fuck, bro. So I think some are okay. I don't want everybody to be paranoid.
Yeah.
And if you're a content creator watching this, feel free to DM me. I love talking about this stuff.
Oh, I mean, some of them are massively exploitative. They don't pay you enough money. They treat you like shit. It's a bunch of problems. Other ones are great. It really just kind of depends. But in general, Emmy's totally right. This is a for-profit organization. They are going to do this and work with you because they want to make money. And so the issue with orgs is that whenever they're paying you a flat amount of money, this is a good thing because it's a guarantee, and it's a bad thing because that means that they can try to increase the scope of what you have to do without having to pay you more. And so there's a lot of different ways that you can get taken advantage of. And I think that goes with a lot of different things. It's not just streaming.
So let's do a tier list.
Yeah.
You know, org tier list.
Worst orgs, best orgs. I mean, well, a lot of them have fallen apart, right? I mean, and that's really the thing is that like a lot of these orgs, because this is what's happened is that like, so in like 2018, 19, like streaming was still growing organically. Then COVID happens, force multiplier, it grows 5x at that year. Everybody starts talking about streaming. These orgs hire, 200 people to start running this. They start paying people a 6-figure salary for streaming to 600 viewers. And this happens, and it's like, basically it's a bubble. And everybody's spending tons of money. Everybody's going crazy. And guess what happens? Well, eventually the bubble bursts. And that's why you're seeing tons of these orgs like laying off like 80% of their staff. I think the Guard laid off 80% of their staff, something like that. There's a lot of other people who just lay off tons of staff. And that's going to keep happening because the people, and this is the problem, is that a lot of streamers, I'm going to fucking say it, a lot of streamers suck dick at advertising a product. You are fucking garbage. Try harder. You act like you're in detention. You're getting paid $20,000. You're getting paid $20,000 fucking dollars. You can't even smile.
Says you.
Tell her ass, man.
That's right.
Get her. Fuck
Says you, bro.
What do you mean? Says
Says
me.
you.
I am so good. I make every sponsor so good, except for there was that one puzzle game sponsor, but that was because I got legitimately mad.
Oh my God.
I couldn't figure it out.
That's kind of funny though. I've only had one sponsor, I would say, that went really bad where like they were pissed after. And I think I've told this story before. I worked with this mobile game, right? And they were like, oh, we want you to like help promote like our 1-year anniversary event. And I was like, sure. But at the same time this was going on, I didn't know about this. Their entire community was pissed because they were like not adding content and like all their whales were like pissed off basically.
So they're paying
So then, so then they saw, they're like, you're hiring these streamers instead of putting this money into like fixing this game that we spent thousands on. So during my promotion stream, they all got onto the app and like they changed their names to like fuck game or like Emeru is a piece of shit. And they were like bombing and attacking my base. And I was just like, yeah, like this is happening. And then after the game was mad at me.
What?
Yeah, they were like, we don't want to pay for this. But my manager like made them pay because they signed a contract. But I was just like, damn, this is crazy. I mean, I haven't heard their game since, so I assume like, I don't know.
I've only had one experience with a sponsor that would ever just not pay me. And then I've only had 2 experiences where a sponsor, and I'm curious if you guys have the experience. You had a sponsor so bad where you're just like, no, I'm good. While you're mid playing it.
No.
No, I
finished the job.
I have never had a bad experience with a sponsor, every single person, because to me, I used to sell a lot of things that, like I would just sell random things to people. And it's like, if they weren't happy or I wasn't happy, like I couldn't really get a refund, right?
Yeah.
For like whatever reason. And so there had to be like a lot of implicit trust. And so like my mindset going into doing a transaction with somebody is that I don't want them to be like, I don't want to fulfill the transaction. I want them to be happy.
Yeah.
And so I will do a little bit extra and I will go a little bit farther because I want that person to give me business again, because I understand like 80% of your business comes from 20% of your customers. That's the way that things like this work. And you guys know, you've probably gotten a lot of repeat sponsors, right?
Absolutely.
There it is. And so it's the same with anything, like regulars in a restaurant, anything like that. So for me, I've never had that problem. And I've always like, I'm generally pretty, like I'm selective about the kind of things that I'll like take sponsors for or not. And like sometimes I'll make an exception if I think something will be funny or whatever.
Yeah.
But in general, I don't want to take anything unless it's something that I'm like, okay, this will make good content.
For sure.
Right? And so, yeah, I've never had a bad experience with a sponsor at all.
Yeah, so I put my benefit of the doubt with a person I previously worked for.
Yeah.
And they said, take the sponsor. Trust me, you're going to like it. These are a great company to work with. And if you do this one, there'll be more down the line. It's a 4-hour sponsor for a game.
It's a long time.
I was 37 minutes in. Game barely worked. Looked like shit. My entire chat was just like, bro, what the fuck are you
I think
playing?
I know what game this is.
Yep. and I just looked at the camera and I was like,
Yeah,
guys.
sponsor for Diablo 4.
Yeah, it was Blizzard.
I quit the game live on stream and I just DM'd the company, guys, I just can't do it. I'm sorry, your game is terrible.
Damn.
Yep. And I just,
Damn.
I didn't ask for anything. And I just closed it. And it was good. No, I was expecting a lawsuit, but I just couldn't do it. I was also very sweepy that day because streaming is very hard and you guys don't get it. But
Yeah.
like, it was
Hardest
brutal.
job in the world.
It really is, man. You war vets don't get it. Sorry, that's crazy.
Like, I think with sponsors, like, people just, I wish that people were a little bit more positive about it. Because it's like, I think also a lot of people take sponsors just for the money. And it's like, that's the main reason why people take sponsors.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, like, that's the reason. However, it's like, there should be a spectrum where it's like, if you know something is dog shit, you shouldn't just be going and being like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, or you should definitely play this game. Maybe it actually just sucks and you should pick something that's better.
Yeah.
Unless they pay you a lot of money, and then you'd have to be a little bit more creative.
Oh, yeah. There are some sponsors that will offer streamers such a ludicrous amount of money to play their game for so little. It's like, you really can't hold it against them, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like, if I ever get those sponsors, like, I thought about doing an unsponsored Raid Shadow Legends stream.
That's insane.
Just to know what it's really like. Because you hear all this shit about the game constantly. It's like, that's like the sellout game, right?
That's a really good idea.
And yes. Yes.
That's like a really good idea.
And actually try the game out and see what it's like.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always talking about it. What is it really like? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a unsponsored Raid Shadow Legends video.
That's what makes it interesting.
Never.
And the people who I have seen play it unsponsored are like the worst human beings on earth.
Yeah.
So they're probably partners.
Well, I mean, it has to be good to some people if they have so much money to pay people to try it, you know? They might have to be making money.
I don't know about.
Well, what I'm saying is they have to be making money to be able to give out money.
It's been around for a while, and yeah, I think Emmy's right. They're making money somehow.
I think it's because it doesn't matter in 2024, it does not matter if a product's good or not. It only matters if it was marketed well or not. And I think this game was marketed very fucking well to where people would have the illusion of, oh, it's the hottest thing, so I better get on now before all my friends overlevel me. And then they get, you know, too much time sunk, too much money sunk, and they don't want to quit because nobody likes being told in the gacha game they wasted all their money on a shitty fucking game. And that's why people get really angry at me when I say this gacha game is no longer good because they feel like idiots.
Well, it's like you're literally trying to kill them because they identify with the characters and their characters will go end of service and then they won't be able to see the characters again.
Yeah.
So you're literally trying to kill them.
Oh, absolutely.
That's it. And so I get it. Yeah, they're fighting for their fucking lives out there, man. Come on.
I sent you a Genshin Impact video. Did you see it?
Which one?
Oh my God. It was about the boycotts in boycotting Genshin Impact.
Which one?
Okay. Well, it was the one where it said that if we want Genshin Impact to listen to us, we need to threaten China that we're all going to kill ourselves and start saying the N-word.
Oh, really? Did they do it?
I don't know.
I don't think China cares about that, do
That
they?
can't be real.
Oh, okay, dude. I have checked vigorously. This is very controversial. Some people think it's satire. Some people think it's real. I'm in team. I think this guy is legit. And I think he's very mentally ill.
Well, there's millions of people that play Genshin. The odds of half a dozen idiots getting together and doing something stupid, I feel like that's a pretty good probability.
Yes. I mean, this guy was doubling down in the comment section. I don't know, man. It just took me back. Because at first I was like, okay, this guy's takes are really bad. But then all of a sudden he's like, guys, we need to threaten to kill ourselves. It's the only way. If we all kill ourselves, Genshin Impact will change. It was just insanity. I hope you guys see that video. It is just way too nuts.
Jesus.
It's like a suicide cult for a video game. It's the first one.
Yep.
That's kind of like it's kind of historical and whenever you think about it, right?
It's a big moment.
Yeah, it's a big deal. No, I think that there's a lot of things like that. And like, obviously people get defensive about these games and yeah, but I do think that these games, they do make a lot of money. And also, I don't think the amount of marketing that a game gets will make the game more popular. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, look at Diablo 4. Diablo 4 was marketed so much. Like, I looked at the Google Trends, like the people talking about it. Bro, like that shit went crazy. It was like one of the biggest releases in the last like 5 or 10 years.
Really?
It was insane.
Yeah.
But then the game immediately dropped off because it was bad. And like, there's this other game called Immortals of Avenum and Forspoken. Remember that from last year?
Yeah.
There are a lot of games that get massively promoted. And it's like, that's the thing with a streamer. It's like you can pay a streamer to play a game. But if your game sucks dick, the streamer isn't going to be like, they're not going to fix your game, So it's just they're going to show the game. And if people don't like it, it's not going to be a good game. And that's what happens. Marketing won't matter.
Do you think Diablo 4 was bad flat out? Because for me, I enjoyed it for at least a couple of weeks.
How far did you get?
I got to like level 47.
Took you a couple of weeks to get to 47?
Well, I was playing on. I was streaming. It's hard. It took me. I was going my own pace.
Yeah, he's got a life, bro.
You play 47 minutes a week if you're doing that.
Oh, well, it was hardcore, so I had to be careful.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I was a bear.
So yeah, I think the game wasn't very good.
From the get-go, just terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just wasn't very. There were a lot of things wrong with the game, and the story was boring. It just, there were a lot of things that were problematic.
Yeah, the story was incredibly boring. I like the part where they're in the church, though, and then.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah, and then everything else, I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
I think Will Neff's name is on a statue because he got level 60 because of
hardcore.
hardcore.
Did he get what? He was the top 1,000?
I believe he was.
Really? Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
Yeah, weren't him and Shroud top 1,000?
Shroud was, but I don't know if Will got it.
Yeah, I believe Will Neff also got it.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I thought about going for that, but like I remember the world first level 100 lost his character to a disconnect.
Oh.
And it was also like it wasn't even like a disconnect in like a really high level zone. It was literally in the open world where those little ghouls just beat him to death while he was offline. Damn. And that was
so
the
sad.
world first hardcore. I was just like, yeah. I think I'm going to skip this, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. Not fun for me.
Oh, so a lot of news dropped
What's that?
for Iron Forge Gym. Have you heard about the recent drama with Iron Forge Gym?
Which one?
Okay, so they did their grand opening about 2 days ago with Ronnie Coleman.
I saw that. That was...
Went incredible.
I was like... I messaged Miz about it. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm so proud. You're doing so great. Yeah.
Yeah, no, amazing grand opening. So many people there. The next day, there was like, a lot less people there, obviously, because Ronnie Coleman's not there. But the unfortunate news happened that Canute might not be able to do Camp Canute.
Why is that?
Well, because he has to go back to Norway to take care of his daughter for school.
Well, I mean, if he's not able to do it, then he can come back occasionally and come back and forth. I don't know, like, why does he have to go back there? Like, I feel like going to school, this was an inevitability, right? So, like, how is this some kind of news?
I don't know. I'm currently trying to work every different way possible to make something work. Because I need to do Camp Canute.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the best streaming event that ever happened on Twitch. At least I'm biased heavily, but I loved it because I still get approached by people being like, "Hey, man, saw your journey on Camp Canute. Really motivated me to get in the gym." I love that shit, right? Like having positive effects on people's lives. It's really fucking good. But currently, I'm working on a deal with Luisa, his daughter, where I'm going to get her backstage passes for Le Seraphim.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And if I do that, then she'll be okay with being here in the United States getting taught rather than going back to Norway.
Okay. That's a pretty easy solution right there.
I'm hoping. I'm really, really, really hoping.
So does she not really like the U.S.?
I think
it's because she wants to finish school in Norway because that's where all her friends are.
I totally understand that. I'd want to do that too if I were her.
Well, here's the thing. I get why she says that, but like as a guy who moved almost every year in my school, I realized that none of my friends in grade school meant shit. Like at all.
Well, it did then.
It did then.
Yeah.
But then I just got over it. Personally, I just found new friends. Or I just didn't. I don't know, man. Like proximity relationships are a very real thing, and I wish I knew about what those were as a kid because it would help my mental a lot more.
I didn't, but no, I don't know if I agree with that.
Okay.
It's like, because if you're trying to build a pyramid, you have to have the bricks on the bottom. And those are the bricks that you make whenever you're in school and you build up those relationships and you're used to being around people. And I think that having those long-term relationships as a kid, for a lot of people, they do still talk to each other and they are still friends. Like I know people a lot, especially like, people in like just random towns and stuff like that. They'll know each other for years and years and years. Even my dad talks to people that he used to know from like high school and shit.
High school, sure. I think
Even middle
both
school.
lifestyles are beneficial. I know a lot of people like to be sad because they were like, oh, I moved around a lot. But I think that actually brings a lot of benefits. Like now being able to quickly immerse yourself with new people and not be like, well, I haven't known you for this long, so I don't want to do this or that with you. And now I'm just like, oh, I meet a new person, I just treat him like a friend already. I'm like, oh, okay, yo, what up, man? Do you want to go get some food? So
Yeah.
for me, I have no issue meeting new people whatsoever. And I think a lot of that has to do with my childhood being moved around a lot. I get that it's totally scary and it's not as comfortable as a lifestyle for a kid, but I think it's also very beneficial. Not saying that we should do that to Louisa just because I want to do Camp Canoe.
I think it should be, I think it's different for everybody, right? It's like for some people, like my mom moved around a lot and it bothered her. And then my dad moved around a little bit and it didn't bother him as much. And like for you, it didn't. I think it really just like depends on the person and like who it is.
Absolutely.
And yeah, like for me, I pretty much always went to the same school and you know, it was always the same thing. I went to 2 different high schools, but other than that, it was only like for 1 semester. And then other than that, I was always with the same people. And dude, it was great. I loved it. And so like for me, it's like I would want to make sure that my kid was able to do that if I could do that.
Yeah, I agree. I really cherish those like long time friendships from school. So I completely understand why she feels that way. And I respect Canute for trying to be a good dad and take into consideration what she wants.
I guess for me, I think it's just the way I grew up. Yeah. I just don't give a fuck. You know, if you have to move, you have to move. Do what you got to do. I'm just like, well, my entire thing was, okay, my dad has to do this, so I don't care.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. He's like, what am I going to do? Tell my dad to not listen to the army? I don't give a fuck, man. That's fine.
Yeah, it is what it is, right?
Yeah, I'll just talk to the people on Gaia Online or Neopets or some shit.
Well, I remember whenever I was a kid, like the online games didn't really that didn't really happen for me until I was like 15 or 16.
Wait, how?
Yeah, same for me.
What?
Because I'm 33. And so whenever it was 2005. And so like, yeah, there weren't really that many games online.
Oh wait, yeah, y'all didn't have Club Penguin.
No.
I was thinking about it because I started playing League when I was 16. And like before that, you couldn't really like make like actual friends through games. Like Club Penguin, it's like you would have like friends, but it's like you never actually like meet them or talk to them on a call or anything.
Well, you had AIM Messenger, MySpace, Facebook, Neopets, Gaia Online.
Well, Facebook didn't come out until 2008 or 2007. So like that was like way later.
Yeah, but then there's MySpace before that.
Oh yeah, I had MySpace.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had all of that. And it was really Halo 2 lobbies. Like that's where shit went down.
Yeah.
It's like in 2004, 2005, sitting there in a Halo 2 lobby with some other stupid kid talking about how dumb your fucking parents are, how much you're just going to do whatever you want and everything like that. Yeah, it was great, man. But yeah, it wasn't the same thing as people have now. Like it weren't the same kind of online communities.
I envy what kids must be growing up with these days. Being able to have all of your homies in a Discord, and when you move, you don't really have to let go as much. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Miz is calling me. Should I answer it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello? I'm not at the house. I'm recording Steak and Eggs. He said his stream effed.
Oh, no. That's why it's the hardest job on the planet.
Huh? Okay, bye. He said my backpack doesn't have data, but that's not a thing.
The DDoS worked. Okay, cool.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, hey, me again. I noticed that I recorded that whole ad telling you everything on the Patreon, and you just still didn't do it. And I'm just kind of wondering, why am I here if you're not going to listen to the things that I'm saying? It's not hard. You've already watched this far into the podcast. If you like the podcast, then go to the Patreon for more of the podcast. It's please just check it out. I feel like I'm losing my mind here. Like, am I crazy? Like, you already like it, so just get more of it. Oh man, am I sounding like Pokemon right now? Oh my God. I'm sure you're not a broke boy. Let's redo that one because I just realized, oh yeah, it costs money. I always forget that. Can we redo that one, Finn?
So are you still enjoying Last Epoch?
Yes, but I mean, okay, so I am level 78. I've been playing it, what?
Out of?
100.
Okay.
Which is like the leveling kind of, oh fuck, it's taking forever. Oh my God.
Is it worse than Classic WoW?
It feels worse right now.
Yeah.
But
damn, that's bad.
It's very, very slow. And the reason why it feels bad is I got a weapon for level 80. and I got it at like 74, and I'm like,
Oh,
you
no.
motherfucker, come on. And so I'm sitting here farming. Like, I played yesterday for like 6 hours off stream.
Mhm.
I just farmed like fucking crazy. I enjoy the game. It's a good game. Now, is it as expansive as Path of Exile? No, it's not. But I do really appreciate the fact that there are not 17 different multiplicative damage affixes that can roll at the same time that will cause a random mob to do more damage than the hardest boss in the game. I can very fucking much appreciate that versus PoE.
That's insanity.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
Did you like Diablo 4? You didn't because you're 47.
Okay, so the thing is, if I don't want to stream a game, I just simply cannot play the game. And I feel like Diablo 4 was not
Really?
good content.
Because like for me, like I will stream a game and then I will get food and then I'll lay on the floor and then I'll get up and I'll play video games.
Yeah, so what I do is I wake up every morning. My cat Eggy wakes me up because he wants a can of tuna, but he has to wait till I take a shower. So then I go shower. And then I
do that every day?
Every day.
Wow.
Yep, every day. I tell Eggy he's a good boy while he sits there, and then halfway through my shower, Bongo will come up to the door and scream to let him in too. So I gotta open the door and I track water everywhere. Then Eggy has wet paws and he's running around. Then Bongo chases him because he's running around. Then I finish my shower. I go to my refrigerator. I grab my MegaFit meal. I eat my MegaFit meal, and then I sit down, and then I have my banana, and then I have my yogurt, and then I have my protein shake, and then I have my water. I watch either one episode of Googa Foods or I watch one episode of Wrestle Talk, which is a YouTube show that I love watching. From there, I go, all right, just fucking get it over with.
Yeah.
I go up the stairs. Probably been about an hour and a half to 2 hours since I woke up. I go upstairs. If I'm feeling good, 6 hour stream. If I'm feeling like shit, 3 hour stream. No matter what. No matter what, I'm streaming at least 3 fucking hours. From there, I check in on my dad, and then I check in on hopefully at least 3 to 4 of my friends if I find the time, and then I go to the gym. I work out generally about 2.5 to 3 hours because I really enjoy it. I could make it shorter, but I don't fucking want to. I like being at the gym. And then I decide, am I going home to watch one episode of The Boys, or am I going to go to the mall just to walk? Because I just like walking around the domain. I like the domain a lot. It's really nice. People are happy there, and then I get to pet random people's dogs.
Of course they're happy. They're fucking rich.
Yep, absolutely. And they all have very cute dogs, and I get to pet them. And it's good. And then from there, I go the fuck to bed. That's my day every day. That's my day every day.
I do, I get up usually and I read hate threads about myself, and then I decide what I'm going to talk about that day on the stream. And then I usually walk to the store, and then I walk back, or I drive to the store. I get a soda. And then after I do that, I'll come back home, and then I'll go live and I'll stream until I have something else I have to do. And then usually I'll call my dad and make sure, check in on him, see if he needs anything, maybe go over there, depending on what the day is, what's going on. And then I will get my food. I will maybe watch 1 or 2 YouTube videos, or maybe like anime, as I was watching Death Note.
How far are you?
And I haven't watched a new one.
Oh, you haven't watched any more?
No, I haven't watched any more
that's
yet.
crazy, because I feel like when I watched it, I was like fiending for the next episode every time.
That's why I do. I'm actually very excited, but I like kind of spreading things out to where like the experience is more... it's like more, it's easier to remember for me. Whenever I watch it more over time. And so, then I do that. And then afterwards, I will usually catch up on like a bunch of like business stuff and, look at other stuff, plan shit for tomorrow, and then basically just play video games. And that's literally it.
What about
until
you?
like 5 in the morning.
What do I do like on an average day?
Give me your day. What is your day from start to finish?
Like a streaming day?
Yeah, or not. Both.
Give me a streaming day.
A streaming day, I wake up, I eat, I get ready. While I get ready, I watch YouTube videos. Sometimes I'll watch a show on like an English dub or something.
What YouTube do you watch? Do you have a channel?
Whatever I'm like interested in recently. Like I've been watching a lot of like Elden Ring lore, or like those VOD videos that are like...
Did you see the new one?
15 surprising secrets. No, I actually haven't watched it.
There's the new VOD video for the Elden Ring trailer. It's 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, I saw the one, but I haven't watched it yet. So I've been watching those recently. Sometimes I'll watch like Moist if there's like an interesting thing I see that he talked about or something like that. And then I'll stream. And then after streaming, I'll just like chill with my cats. I've been drawing recently. I'll play like an off-stream game, like Persona, or like I'm playing.
Are you still playing P4G?
Elden again? Yeah, I am, but it's so fucking long.
What
like,
you got? What's the last thing that happened?
I'm in some kind of like filler arc right after
Filler.
the like Minecraft looking castle dungeon, and it's like just so much fucking filler. I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, so the guy's the killer apparently, but I can tell there's like more. I mean, it's like nothing's fucking happened yet.
Yeah. Wonder why that is.
Okay. Yeah, so that's like an average streaming day. Oh, I always cook after I stream.
What do you cook?
Pasta sauce, sandwiches. Sometimes I'll make like curry or something.
What's a non-stream day look like?
Depends. Like sometimes it's like recording. Like Mondays there's recording and meetings. I usually have meetings on my days off. Like it'll just be like I'll meet with my manager and she'll be like, hey, we have like this to talk about, or you need to show up for this thing to talk with these people. And then sometimes I'll play games, or I'll try to like hang out with friends or call friends or whatever. Like it just depends. Or like I'll have appointments, like the doctor or whatever.
So, am I doing something wrong? Or like, I don't have all these meetings. Should I be having these? Because I have a lot of people I work
Only if
with.
you feel like you need it. Because most of my sponsors or like things I'm doing, I really don't need to be there. Because like I'll trust my manager. But some things I want to be there because I have like stuff I want to.
Yeah, because like I'm just sitting here and I do a lot of stuff. But for the people who I work with consistently, I'm just like, I just really don't want to talk about this shit if you need me.
You don't have to.
Oh, okay. Do you do that?
For most of my sponsors and meetings, I don't. But for like big brands or companies I like Riot, I'll usually try to be there for those meetings. Or like Essence, which is probably like my biggest overall sponsor. I'll like have meetings with them or talk to them. But that's like, I'm trying to like be friendly with them, you know?
Do you like do a bunch of like just, not OTK stuff, like just you? Like do you do a whole bunch of meetings and like check-ins with people who run your channel?
With people who run my channel, my YouTube channel?
Yeah, like the daily dose of Asmongold, or your editor that gives you hate thread after hate thread.
No.
Okay,
I haven't talked to them at all.
Okay, thank God.
I mean, like, I'll maybe say, like, yeah, by the way, like, you know, I'm going to upload a video, just put it out whenever you think it's a good time or something like that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, like, they just do whatever the fuck they want, man. I let them do whatever they want to do.
Okay, thank God.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all do mod meetups, like mod talks, where you talk to your mods on Twitch or Reddit or Discord?
No, I mean, like, well, one of my mods is friends with another friend of mine, and he came down and we hung out for a while, and that was great. It was Jibu. And yeah, I mean, I have no problem with that. I mean,
that's awesome.
It's not a big deal to me.
I have one mod that I talk to, and she helps me with a lot of stuff. Like she'll help me talk to like artists for my alerts and stuff. But we don't like, but we don't talk like a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe like every other day there'll be something.
That's lit. Yeah, I think I'm like very disconnected then.
There's nothing wrong with that.
What do you do?
Nothing. I'm just like, you do whatever you need. If you need me, I'm here. But they kind of just handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the moment I just stop streaming, I just fucking stop thinking about it. And then I just think, holy fuck, I want to bench 350 pounds so fucking bad, it's insane.
That's nice though, because even on days when I'm not streaming, I'm always thinking about my next stream and like ordering stuff or thinking of stuff. And then when it happens, I'm still unprepared.
No, I think it's because you do things on your stream, you know? You have like,
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, you know, just whatever my YouTube feed is, that's what I'm doing today. Usually works out pretty well. Hopefully Asmongold says something stupid, that way I can react to it. Or, but yeah, something completely normal that the internet thinks is stupid. That's generally what it is. What was the last? No, the last crazy thing is still just the showering thing. Although I am very proud of you for showering. That's big. Your skin complexion even looks better. You look way healthier.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Did you not notice that when you came in, Emmy?
Huh?
That is the secret of not using soap.
Yeah, I would say I've limited my amount of soap.
Yeah.
So I only use soap in areas where I think it's important.
Mm-hmm.
And otherwise, like for example, I'm not going to use soap on like my belly or my chest, but I will use soap in like my ass or my balls and dick or my armpits.
See that.
But everywhere else, and I also shampoo, which is crazy, right? Mm-hmm. Bald people do still shampoo because dandruff fucking sucks. Other than that, like I don't know if there's actually people on this earth who are body washing their legs. Like that's just weird.
No, you should be washing your legs.
That doesn't make any sense. Why?
Because there's skin and sweat there.
Yeah, no, I've never body washed my legs ever, but everywhere else.
I don't think it's a big deal if you don't.
Exactly.
I don't think it's a big deal, but like if you want to be like fully clean, then yeah, you should.
Well, it's because like they don't smell.
Yeah.
Right? But like armpits, 100% you should be body washing. Your ass, 100%. Because if you go to the gym and you work out till you sweat, I am positive you will smell like shit.
You think I'll smell bad?
I think you will smell so bad, 100%.
Maybe,
if you
I
were
don't
to
know.
sweat.
Yeah, I don't know. I almost never sweat. There's never a
people
time.
sweat even when they're not like doing super active stuff. Like, I mean, he would stink if like.
I guess that's fair. No, you might just be genetic diff. You really might be genetic diff.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, I just like, I don't really eat a lot of weird food. And so if you eat a lot of weird food, you're probably going to smell weird. That's just what would make sense. And so, yeah, no, that's it. I've never had that problem at all. Like maybe every once in a while, but that's it.
Yeah. And do you use deodorant?
Never.
Never. You use deodorant, Emmy?
Yeah, I use deodorant every day.
Okay, I also use deodorant every fucking day.
I don't need to.
And I also coat myself in
I don't need to
I
either,
don't
but
smell
I
bad.
feel unhygienic if I don't. I don't have the like stink gene either, but I just feel like there is a difference because deodorant also has antiperspirant.
Yeah, I don't
What's
like
that?
feeling sweat go down
like
my...
when I sweat, I don't feel moist.
You don't, I don't sweat.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I don't sweat. Even my armpits never sweat.
What's the furthest you've ever ran? Can you run?
Could I run?
Yes.
I used to be able to a lot. I used to be able to run a mile like really, really fast, like 5 or 6 minutes.
You can run a 5-minute mile.
And like whenever I was like 15, yeah.
That's insane.
Yes. I was in shape. I went to exercise. I did shit all the time. I was out in the woods. I was building shit. I was running around. I was doing shit constantly.
Wow.
I was extremely athletic.
Oh, I found out what happened to Mrs. Stream. So, Hachubby's room shorted again, and the modem's in the closet. So my whole server just fucking died.
That's what she gets.
Well, was
It
he doing,
happened like 3 times.
was he doing a
before.
big stream or something, or was it a big deal?
I don't think so, no, but it still sucks.
It is what it is.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, well. So what happened? Why'd you stop being active? Video
World
games?
of Warcraft.
Yeah,
I
that's
started
true.
playing World of Warcraft, and
This
I got
can fit your head?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel fucking autistic. I got you. I can't wear it. My head's too big.
Yeah, I don't have a big head at all. I have a normal sized head.
Also, I don't want to tangent for too long. Good God, your editor fucked you for your hairline the other week.
He really did.
Did you see that clip, Emmy?
Yeah, I saw he edited it.
That was so
It
bad.
was really bad.
Yeah. Why does your editor fuck with you so much? Do you allow him to do that?
I think it's funny.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's gonna happen? Like you think if he photoshops my hair off 3 times, it's gonna fall off? It's doing that anyway.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's not a problem. No, I don't worry about it at all. Like people make some joke like that, they do anything, that's fine.
Okay. So
Yeah.
anyways, so World of Warcraft happened. If you were to run currently, like really run, how fast do you think you can do a mile in?
I really don't know. I think I could maybe do it in under 10 minutes.
You think so?
I think that there's like a 30% chance that I could do it. Maybe like 50% I could do it in under 10 minutes. Yeah.
That's really fast.
No, it's not. That's slow.
Okay, but all right. But like for your lifestyle, that's pretty fast.
That's not very fast at all. That's a 10-minute mile. That's awful.
Well, then do it.
Why?
Well, just to prove that you could.
I don't know. Maybe I would. Yeah, sure.
Okay, I think that'd be a lot of fun for like an event. We all test the limits of our body, like
Oh
push-ups,
God, I don't want to do that.
sit-ups, pull-ups.
Yeah, maybe I could do pull-ups. Yeah, sure.
You can do a pull-up?
Absolutely.
I was just able to finally be able to do my first pull-up.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I don't have a lot to pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that hard for me to do.
I know, man. I'm a fat fuck. It's brutal, dude.
Well, it's not that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like I'm a really skinny guy and I'm just like naturally super thin. So like, yeah, it would be easier for me to do a pull-up, but like bench pressing something, I probably couldn't bench press that much.
Yeah.
Right? It's the same thing.
So what are you going to do about the Goblin Guy?
What do you mean? Oh, the guy on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. So he was unhappy about me. So like he said something on Twitter and I said, this guy's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And then I pulled up his YouTube channel and like his second video was like selling weed or selling drugs to kids.
Yeah, selling
and it was
acid
like
to
some
kids.
AI like picture of an adult selling something to a kid. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is, but I don't want to get in trouble. So I'm just going to click off of this. Let's just go to his Twitch. And I go to his Twitch and I pull it up. It's like, okay, this guy doesn't have that many viewers, right? And he took it personally because he's like, oh, well, he doesn't want to show my YouTube analytics. And it's like, his YouTube channel is bigger. Like, yeah, for sure. But like, I just didn't show it because it was like, I was worried it was honestly TOS, right?
Yeah.
And that was it. And then he goes off on this on YouTube, or sorry, on Twitter, and he's mad about this. And I explained why I didn't show it. And then he writes like an essay about how I'm bad. And then I told him like, I guess this is like maybe like before I started the show. I was like, if you want to come on the stream and talk about it, that's fine. Because like to me, I mean, again, I don't really care. Like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, so it's like if this guy writes a whole essay about me being a bad dude, like, okay. Okay. That's nice.
That'll be the
we'll
nail
see
in
what
your
happens.
coffin. Goblin wrote a hate thread on you, and that's just gonna end the whole career.
It's like, I mean, I'm going to be used. This is my perspective, right? Is he's going to be getting farmed for content for a video, no matter what, right? And so if I might as well do him the courtesy of giving him the chance to defend himself, you know?
I think that's a courtesy that a lot of streamers would not give people.
Yeah, and usually I don't give it to people, but like this is just like this person I feel like is like very unreasonable, and it was just based off something that wasn't true, and so it's like, okay, yeah, sure, I can explain it to you if you want.
Yeah.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, it's me again. You still didn't click the Patreon after I warned you once, warned you twice. That's okay. I get it. Just, just leave me a comment on why you hate me. Because I'm really trying hard to help you here. And, I mean, Emmy and Asmon, I mean, they're in shambles, to be honest. But, I mean, if you really don't want to subscribe to our Patreon, that's okay. Just let me know why that is. And I just want to let you know that I've always loved you. And I really want you there. But if you can't do it, it's okay. Maybe in another life. Vin, do we got any of those Pokemon cookies? Yeah. Yeah, the black ones. Those things are so fucking good.
Do you think it's a bad idea for me? Because I've been getting into the reacting. I've been doing it for a little while now. I react to like 1 view videos.
Well, I mean, like there is a risk involved.
Is there?
Yeah, what if it, like, there's something bad in there?
I've never had a bad experience yet.
Well, I guess it won't happen then.
I think, I don't know, man. Something about it feels exciting. Because if the video's good, because like this happened in the day where I took a guy from 1 subscriber to 10,000 subscribers in a day, which felt insane. His name was, oh God, there's 2 of them. It was either Stiorg or Artaneki. There was one of those. But I feel like, especially for my category, which is Gacha creators, which I feel like are some of the worst creators on the entire platform, with some of the worst content.
There's something wrong with them.
Yeah.
There's something, they're fucked up, huh?
Yep. No, I mean, and I think it's to be expected. I mean, Gacha breeds mental illness 1,000,000%. But there's a lot of undiscovered gems because right now it's kind of like the boys club, kind of like Funimation, where it's like, the voice actor of Goku's and everything, the voice actor of Trunks is and everything. Like the voice actor of Trunks is like also Sanji from One Piece, and it just feels so weird. And it's not even a different voice. It's like, hey, bro, do the Trunks voice in this show, which I hate. It completely takes it out of it. And for a very long time, the Gacha community there's these 10 creators, and they're pretty much all you're going to get. And out of those 10 creators, and I would like to go on record saying this, because I did a check the other day where there was a post claiming that I cause drama in every community I'm in, and then I have issues with every creator that
I've never heard that before.
Yeah, I have an issue with every creator that I have a part with, but then I actually just sat down and I wrote it out. And I've been a part of 13 different communities. And of those 13 communities, I've had issue with Genshin Impact and Arknights for one scenario that was cleared up. And then I guess LSF doesn't like me. I guess, but I don't think LSF likes anybody. And then out of all the creators that I have an issues with, they are literally only Genshin Impact creators. And for all the issues, they were only Genshin Impact issues, which I'm starting to think maybe the Genshin Impact community is the problem.
Why do you think that it makes them crazy?
Because they are crazy.
Really? So you think it's like, it's not that the game fucks them up, it's that they just come to the game because they're fucked up?
Oh man, That's okay. I think crazy people have gone to the game because they're fucking crazy.
Because like I've noticed that with like there are certain communities that have like such a higher ratio. Like you know this with Classic WoW. Like Classic WoW has a lot of
Elitists?
gorillas.
Gorillas.
And what I mean by gorillas is,
What
you know,
the
like
fuck do you mean by
gorillas.
that?
Gorillas are not good at reading.
Oh, okay.
They're not good at thinking, but they can smash things.
Okay.
And that's basically a Classic WoW player. Like primitive, can't understand technology, doesn't know how to communicate. That's basically a gorilla.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a Classic WoW player. Yeah.
But regardless, Genshin Impact players, obviously, thinking about it, it's very obvious that it was a game that kept everybody comfort during COVID.
Oh,
There was a time where everybody was fucking crazy. Genshin Impact has a bunch of fucking crazies. But I was thinking that like all 5, or like there's like 10 people that are in all the collabs. I hated like 5 of them. So I've made a whole new wave of content creators that are all just really nice people.
Yeah.
And I feel like I have, this is going to be such, I'm stroking my own dick so
You
hard
are.
right now. Dude, but for real, like, hey, it's their words, not mine. Okay?
Right.
They say that I've made them. Okay. I don't say that.
Uh-huh.
But the Gacha community now is like the best it's ever been. And I think if anybody is actually who've watched the Gacha content, everybody is now so fucking nice. I think you also had a lot to do with that for what you did on stream when you brought that other fucking rat on stream.
Ratsu?
Yep.
Yeah,
Because I feel like now people are realizing that they're going to be held accountable for their actions. And so now no one's fucking over anybody.
Well, if anybody starts any drama, you can rely that I will take advantage of it. Like if anything bad happens, I will take advantage of it.
Yep. But there's been no issues. Everybody's being super nice. There's tons of new creators who are coming out of nowhere. Because like I'm reacting to so many one-viewer videos and, you know, I know people hate reactors, but like, I mean, you gotta understand, reacting, okay, here's my take on reacting on videos. I think reacting to videos is good when you're watching their video one time and they're a lower viewer count channel. I think it becomes bad when you continuously start to react to the same channel over and over and over and over and over, because I feel like it's diminishing returns, but that's my opinion. So I try not to react to the same shit over and over and over again too much. But you can react to whatever you want, obviously, especially if the creator's cool with it. Because I have another guy where it's like, I want you to react to every single one of my videos. So I feel it's on a case-by-case basis. But I've built this whole new breed of Gacha creator where there's just like really good people. And I'm doing another podcast where I have like 9 different people on it every single time just to talk about Gacha games. And it's been so good. Like I'm actually so happy to be making the content that I'm making right now. And I don't think I've ever been happier with the content I've been making. Or with the community. Like I wouldn't even be embarrassed. Because I used to be embarrassed saying, oh man, yeah, I play Genshin Impact. But now when I play like Honkai Star Rail and pretty soon Wuthering Waves, I actually feel very happy about the content that I make.
What do you think about Wuthering Waves?
Well, first of all, I think it's coming out in 2 months.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What?
Yep, I think it's coming out in 2 months.
Oh god, I have to play another game.
Yep, which would line up perfectly with Camp Canute. I've heard rumors, very reliable rumors, but I cannot confirm that it could be coming out as early as 2 months from now, which would be insane.
That would be nuts. If it did, I'd be overwhelmed, honestly.
Yeah.
Like in a good and a bad way. How much of the beta have you played?
Oh, I've played 6.5 hours, but I've watched.
That's
like,
it?
Yeah, fuck, I'm not gonna play that shit. I hate CBTs. I cannot be fucked to play CBTs. I just watch other people's content. Right?
Really?
There's this dude called Rexland, insane. Another guy called Stepperoo, insane. And then all
Actually
the
helped me get the my key. Stepperoo did. Yeah.
He did?
He did.
That's cool as fuck.
He's a good guy.
Do you know him?
Yeah.
I want to talk to him so bad.
know him, but you know, I know of him. I talked to him a couple times.
I've been watching some of Stepperoo's videos. I feel like he is so good at the games he plays, and even more so the commentary he does while he plays those games is nuts. But yeah, man, I genuinely feel like with the era of all of these raging, incompetent, pussyfooting douchebags have been dethroned, and now there's just nice people making content for the Gacha community. I actually think Wuthering Waves is going to be such a good place.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the same as all the other games. That's what my impression is.
We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. And so like this is my concern with Wuthering Waves is that I don't think the characters are very appealing.
I think you're wrong.
I was thinking the same thing
Yeah,
because
I
like
told you that, yeah.
my main issue with a lot of these games that come out, I'm like, oh, these sound cool, or like they're similar to this other game that was popular, is that none of the characters look super memorable to me.
I think you're super wrong. So wrong, it's insane.
I mean, that's my opinion. I didn't see any characters that I thought were like particularly memorable or attractive.
So you said, okay, so Sephiroth with a JoJo stand is not memorable?
Not really, because there's like 10 other characters like that.
Who?
Sephiroth.
So here's
He doesn't have a stand. Oh wait, fuck, he does. But it's still cool though.
So here's really the thing. It's that you have a lot of these games, and I looked at the Honkai Star Rail subreddit, and the majority of the top 10 posts were fan art of the female characters in the game. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
And so if you don't have characters in the game that are incredibly like appealing and enticing, you're not going to have people that get interested in the game. And I don't think that the quality of the Wuthering Waves characters, like for example, do any of them look better than Fu Xuan in Honkai Star Rail?
I think Fu Xuan looks like shit, personally.
But you remember what she looks like.
Sure.
And
but
you would recognize her even if it was like really shitty fan art.
Ooh.
I think that's like the point of like these characters that are in like these gacha games where they're churning them out. If someone drew them really shittily, do you think most people would be like, oh, that's Hu Tao, that's Ganyu? But like for these games, it's like, that could be any fucking anime character.
Yes.
You've seen Zhang Jing and Yinlin? Because
I don't remember.
From Wuthering Waves?
Yes.
Yeah.
So my biggest problem is I like the characters. I like how they look. The names are very hard for me to remember because generally there's a lot of like Americanized names for all of these games. But like in this game, like Zhang Jin, and there's Zhang Jin and there's Zhang Jing.
Yeah.
And instead of Kakarot, which I would have been like, okay, I get that. His name is now Calcharo. Oh, also, I need to read a fucking review or something.
Ooh, okay.
Later. I'll fucking read that shit later. But yeah, it is very hard for me to remember all of the names. Like Jian, Jianjin, Jianjiang, Calcharo, and now I just know by how they look. But I think they've done a very good job at making men, which I don't think, okay, so here's a good example.
True, because every fucking game every anime game makes anime, like, how can you tell whether this is a girl or a boy? Well, you have to look and see if they have boobs or not.
Yeah.
Like, you should be able to tell. Like, with the male characters in Wuthering Waves, you can look at that. That's a fucking dude.
Yeah.
And it's good.
They have manly men.
They're going to add in characters that might even have beards. It's going to be
No
fucking
way.
nice.
Yep. Yeah. Question. Name me a male character from Honkai Star Rail.
Blade.
He's a cool one.
No.
Okay, you know what? You're
then,
right. God, he's so cool. I love Blade.
Dr. Ratio.
Dr. Ratio.
Don Hong.
Yeah, he's
Am I
supposed
saying
to.
that right?
Yeah, Don Hung.
Why can't I remember the name of the glasses guy?
Well,
best dude?
I know, I like him. I just can't remember his name for some reason.
Oh, dude, he's so cool. Regardless, I'm just glad there's finally a gacha game for gay dudes and women because big men, they're back. It actually made me feel good because I'm like, oh my God, the women are going to fucking love this chick or love this dude. It's going to be sick.
No, I think girls like playing as other cute girls. That's what I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I think this is just a game for other guys.
Every girl I know, even the ones that are like so fucking heterosexual, they prefer games with the cute girl characters than hot guys.
Oh.
People self-insert, I think, most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe the hot dudes are for me then.
Yeah.
Dude, Scar is so hot. Have you seen Scar?
Which one's that?
White hair guy. He looks like Topaz's brother from Honkai Star Rail. Got like white red hair.
Maybe, I don't know.
Big smile, has the cards.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, he's cool.
Crazy cards, regardless. I have a 5-star review to read from Zemetsu, which is, it's a sad day. I'm finally caught up. I don't know how I'm supposed to get through my work nights without my steak and eggs. This is my first time listening to any This is my first time listening to any podcast. Definitely been a great listen. Keep up the fantastic work. Well, sorry to tell you, man, this is the last episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's it. The world will end next week, and that'll be it for all of us. I'm sorry to say.
Yep. So if you don't check us out on patreon.com/steak and eggs, this is it, man. This is it. Which also, by the way, I'm not sure if this is the episode or not where I have 3 ads all screaming at people to join the Patreon, but if so.
Probably.
Well, then there's 4. Join the Patreon, guys. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching. We really appreciate it. And until the next time, we'll see you later. Peace.
Then you turn and you look at me. There's a little glimmer that I can see. A sparkle in your eyes. It makes me realize all we need is you and me. A light shines from your eyes. It brightens any cloudy day. And I find your light shines brighter when you turn and shine your light my way.
If you had to switch houses with another member of OTK, who would you choose? Oh, it says current occupants and pets stay in their house like anyone's roommates.
Asmon, I would swap.
What? Why?
Clean it up.
I feel like for people that like to clean, Asmon's house would be like dream project.
Yep. Imagine the TikToks you could make.
Yeah.
Yep. Imagine all the
I don't
new
think
friends.
you understand how bad it is.
I think I don't understand. I don't think you understand how bad my old house used to be and how I'm cool with that.
Okay. All right.
Dude, just full disclosure. If you think your bed was bad, I used to sleep on a Tempur-Pedic mattress that my brother's dog chewed up, and then my cats thought it was a litter box, so they would piss and shit on my bed, so I would only sleep on one half.
You just sleep around it, yeah.
sleep around the piss and shit.
Yeah.
Yep,
No, I've slept around puke myself.
yep.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck. Made mask, gloves, clean that shit up. If I get COVID, just wait a week. Boom.
So you get something.
Yeah, I will. I know 100% you will get something.
I would trade with Seer. He's got a nice house, cute dogs.
Oh my God, Murphy.
He's got cute ass fucking dogs.
Yeah, Murphy is such a good boy, man. Oh my God, I love
Adopted some
dogs.
sweet, cute older dogs, and they're awesome. I would live with the dogs.
I would probably I've only been to like Mizkif, Esfand, and Tectone's house. I'm trying to think if I've been to anybody else's house. I don't think so. I think I'd probably swap with Tectone's house because I wouldn't want to live in your house, Emmy, because it's like, what if you fall off?
What do you mean?
You know, because like you look over the balcony, it's like a fucking 30-foot
Oh,
drop.
I thought you meant like
What if
as
the
like a
house
content
falls?
creator could fall off. I
Oh,
was like, what?
No, that's not going to happen.
You worry about falling.
What?
You worry about falling? Are you afraid of heights?
It would just be a situation that I would prefer not to be
that's fair.
engaged in. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of heights, really. It's not a
horrified.
big deal.
I'm horrified of heights.
I would prefer not to be up there, though.
Yeah. Nah, I fucking can't stand
Yeah.
that
You
shit,
have to go
bro.
outside. It's just the balconies on those two houses.
Yeah, you just don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tectone's house a lot better. I like my house, though. It's good.